Hear that? That's the sound of crickets. Actually, it's just silence in this video. But the fact is, I haven't really been doing a lot of these videos, these Let's Plays, and I decided, after watching some other people's channels that are filled with a lot of subscribers, that I need to get back into doing this. It's just one of my things. And, yeah, this is the game that I chose, Streets of Rage 2. Now, you might be asking yourself, or you might not be, but if you are asking yourself, why is it that you're doing the second game in the series, not the first Streets of Rage? Well, I'll tell you why. I really didn't get that into Streets of Rage 1. I don't know, it just didn't really appeal to me. This one was just, I don't know, a little bit better, I think. And, yeah, it was like one of the first games that I really remembered, but I didn't play it on Sega Genesis. I actually played it on Sega Dreamcast, on the Sega Smash Pack, which was really awesome, because it had tons of games on it, and this is one of the games I remember. One of the things I remembered from the game was just all the action, all the amazing music, great soundtrack, which, again, music, and the crazy characters. And I was like, wow, you know, this is pretty awesome. And I always wonder, even to this day, how come they don't make games like this anymore? Beat 'em up wise. It feels like a dying genre almost, and it's kind of upsetting. Now, I mean, I know it's not a dying genre, but I don't know. It just kind of feels like it. Somewhat. Anyways, though, on to the Let's Play. And, yeah. I gotta pause it a little bit right here. So, hold on. Won't take that long. Now, the reason why I really haven't been doing these videos is because I've been just preoccupied with other games, such as Halo 4 and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which are pretty good games. I mean, I'm a little disappointed on Black Ops 2's multiplayer, excuse me. Mainly because I just really like the first games. That's a demo. I can go into that, but that's going to be another video, not this one. This one is just me playing Streets of Rage 2. I mean, I guess I could say a little bit about that game, like... Excellent. But yeah, going back to this. You do realize, well, some people might not realize, that, Fighting Force... Fighting Force and Fighting Force 64 on PlayStation 1 and N64 respectively are supposed to be, well, it was supposed to be Streets of Rage 4. Not many people know this, because if you're not really a fan of this game, or you've never really seen it before, then you wouldn't really know. But, yeah. It ended up getting changed because, yeah, it was going to be ported to different consoles, and Sega didn't like that. Service games did not like that. So they decided, yep, you know, we're pulling the license, and, you know, yeah, what are you going to do now? And so what happened was Fighting Force and Fighting Force 64, which I thought wasn't that bad of a game, actually. First one wasn't bad, and I didn't mind the second one either. Not many people really liked the second one. People said bad things about the second one. Well, some people did at least. The review videos that I've seen, like Classic Game Room, for instance, they both didn't like it. They only said that the best thing about that game is the way the guy holds his gat, like sideways. And to me, I was more skeptical, not skeptical, I was just more opposite. I thought it was great. Mainly because I probably played it at a young age, and I thought a lot of games at that time were just great. I didn't really notice their flaws until now that I'm older. But at that time, it was awesome. But anyways, back to Black Ops 2. What I didn't like about it, I'm just going to say this. I don't really like about the whole weapon system they have about, you know, buying your weapons. I like that better in the first game, because you can literally buy any gun. You just needed the cash. You didn't really have to unlock them. At least I don't remember unlocking them. And in Black Ops 2, that's the one thing I don't like, is how you have to unlock the weapons before you buy them. And you don't buy them with cash. No, instead you use Call of Duty coins or whatever it's called, Black Ops coins, or I don't know what they're called, but it just doesn't feel right anymore. I don't like that. You legitimately felt that you were buying off the black market. Well, I don't know, at least I kind of thought you did. I mean, it was mentioned before from my one friend, Kyle, and he actually has a YouTube channel, by the way, too, and he was talking about, he's like, you know, it feels like the black market. And with Black Ops 2, it doesn't feel like that anymore. And, I don't like that. I really don't. I mean, the story isn't that bad, although I haven't beaten it yet. I mean, I know some people will have beaten it. I've just been kind of busy and everything. So, I haven't been beating it. I have beaten Halo 4, though. Halo 4, I thought was great. I mean, some things were upsetting, not completely upsetting, not really that bad about the game, but yeah. So that's my little spiel, speech, my little thing about Black Ops 2. That's just how I felt about it. I mean, you know, that's just, you know, my opinion, and like everything, you know, everybody has their own opinion, whatever. Listen to me, don't listen to me, I really don't care. But it's worth picking up, I will say that. It's not as bad as, let's say, Modern Warfare 3 at least. Like, I didn't like that at all. Leveling up guns, although they brought that back with Black Ops 2, it's not completely the same. At least, I don't think it is. I don't know. I have to really look at Black Ops 1, but make further analysis on that. But anyways, enough about that. Let's take out Jack right here, Jack the Ripper. At least I think that's probably what they're aiming at, because it's a street, it's very dark out. The only thing that's changed is I'm not a lady. If I was a lady in here, that would be a little different and maybe a little bit more darker, but no, I'm not a lady. I'm Axel, who actually turns into Hawk in Fighting Force 64, and, you know, I didn't mind Hawk at all. I thought Hawk was pretty awesome. And, I don't know. Oops, used my special power. It's been a while. Controls are, I don't know, still trying to get used to the buttons, yeah. Button layouts. Wow. But, yeah, so I was originally going to come out with a Golden Axe video right after the Home Alone one, but what happened was, I don't know, I, for some reason, didn't release it. I don't know what happened, actually. I think I just got busy with another game, or, yeah. But so many great games are coming out, and it's just, you know, I don't know, it's a good time to be a gamer, I guess you can say. But I'm mainly doing this video because this is a special shout out to my friend Dan, my new friend Dan, who actually gave me a game, and I'm really, you know, happy I got that game. For Sega Dreamcast, not Genesis, because I sadly, yeah, I don't need to repeat myself what I said about my Genesis. That's in my Home Alone video, so if you really want to know about that, check out my Home Alone video instead. Because that's, I don't know, I tried my hardest to get past the houses, although I could have done a little bit better, I'll admit it. I could have saved the Colonial House, I believe. But anyways, here is Electra. Electra, wow. Where have I heard that name before? Oh, right! That Ben Affleck movie. Dare I say what it is? Nah, I don't think I will, because I just don't want to. Anyways, she has a whip. What other game is like that? There's another beat-em-up game like that. I know what it is. Oh! Root to the floor. Smackdown. No, it's not Smackdown. I'm sure you know what it is, so I guess I don't even have to say it, really. And if you don't know what it is, then please do some research. I mean, I know I sound like probably a real snob or something. I'm not trying to sound like a snob, I just want to focus more on this game. I guess I should stop bringing up all the references, really. But yeah, really, no, look it up. It's definitely worth it, you know. Pick this game up and check out all the awesome games that are like it. But remember, if you do have a Sega Genesis and you've never heard of this game, definitely pick it up. And don't do what I'm doing. I'll admit it. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't play this on an emulator. Because it's not the good experience, you know? Not the best experience. Unless if you don't have a Sega Genesis and you want to play it on something other than Sega Genesis, then definitely get the one that's on the Sonic Mega Collection, I believe that's what it's called, for Xbox 360 and PS3. Do that. Because that's a pretty good collection of Sega Genesis games, and, you know, if this is on there, along with the first game and the third game in the series, and it's definitely worth it. But other than that, play it on Dreamcast also, because Dreamcast, not too bad. Anything with a controller, really, a gamepad, not a keyboard. Because keyboard is, I don't know, it's uncomfortable. It can be. But to me, that's why I do these Let's Plays, like a lot of people on YouTube. It's just easy to do them, because I don't have the right video equipment to do something on my TV and record it also at the same time. I don't know if there is, yeah, there probably is video equipment like that, but I don't know. I just haven't spent the money towards that. Z. See, that's the one thing I like about this game. I like how all the enemies have names in this game. It's just funny. I really like how they took the time to do that. I like to see that in more beat-em-ups. Enemies having names. Other than, say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because we all understand that we're taking out the Foot Clan. Well, those of us who watch Ninja Turtles, and if you don't, then yeah, you might be a little lost, but it's kind of, you know, self-explanatory that you're taking out ninjas, and, you know, if they're all generic looking, I don't think you really need to name them, but this game, all the thugs, I guess you could say, all the thugs don't all look the same. I mean, yeah, some of them have color changes, or wear different outfits, but the main thing about it is they're all different because of their name, kind of, you know? I mean, think about it. Different names. That's what separates it. And I like beat-em-ups that do that. I don't like beating up the same enemy, you know? Taking on the same villain. It just gets boring. It really does. But, oh yeah, the other place you can play this game is on Wii. You can get it on the Virtual Console. And I'm just happy Nintendo is actually supporting the Virtual Console since the Wii U came out, and, you know, that's the new Nintendo, that's the new console now for the new generation before 720 hits stores. At least I'm sure it's probably going to be called 720, and PS4. Although, I don't think they really need to update, because everything is great now, and I don't know, I think it's just kind of ridiculous if they're going to update now. They don't need to. They really don't. I'm all about the classic games. I really am. I mean, I like playing games like this, and 3D games like this, like Fighting Force, for instance, like I just talked about before. Great game. I mean, now, okay, getting back to the reason why I didn't think the second one was that bad. I just like the atmosphere. Like, for instance, this level right here. What you hear, it's all techno-based, and you're hearing the punches. I like that, because you kind of feel like this is Neon-esque because of the city backdrop there, the Neon City. it's interesting, you know, and I like that. I like that about a lot of games like this. Like, even Sonic the Hedgehog 2, it had that awesome background artwork. You know, even Casino Night Zone, which I consider one of the best levels in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, by the way. Great artwork. Great feel. And with Fighting Force 2, even though that wasn't really a beat-em-up per se, that was more like a stealth action kind of game. Because you only played as Hawk, not the others. Not Smasher, not Mace, who wasn't bad looking, by the way. Not Alana, and yeah, I think I just named all of them. It was all about Hawk. And I really wish that they would have made a Fighting Force 3. I really do. I mean, I saw the video, the tech demo online that they had of the game, and it looked pretty awesome, but it was just, I think that was Smasher walking. And I always thought that Fighting Force 3 should have been named Fighting Force 3 Reunion. Yeah, Reunion, because it's like they're all meeting up again. I think that would have made more sense, you know? Just to go back to its brawling roots and forget about the whole stealth action kind of game. I mean, Hawk alone was pretty awesome. Like, I like the environment. I like how it felt very techno-esque. Like, to me, it kind of felt like Hackers. If you ever seen the movie Hackers, it felt to me like that. Like, it really fit that cyber world. You know what I mean? Like, this age of technology that was used for bad things. Which, yes, definition, cyberpunk. And or steampunk, which I guess can mean the same thing, except more with oriental devices. Oh, right, you don't have a run button in this. Surger. So yeah, I saw a video on YouTube. This guy did a live-action Streets of Rage movie. You know, like a fan thing, and it was really well done. Like, it wasn't like meant to be hilarious or anything, like Mega 64, which I really like him, by the way, Mega 64. But it was, like, you know, really, really well done. You should totally check it out after watching this. But it's only based on the first game, so I guess you might be a little lost since they pretty much replicated the first game, but they used Axel, which was great. And this boss kind of reminds me of the boss from Ninja Turtles 2. I mean, no, Ninja Turtles 4, I believe, or no, it's called Turtles in Time, yeah. I really can't put a number on it because it was an arcade game, to be fair, but not many people like the arcade game. Well, at least my friend Dan, who I talked to, he told me that the Super Nintendo version is actually better. I guess the sound bites are just better or whatever to him, and I guess a lot of people might feel that way too. Me, on the other hand, I don't know, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, this guy reminds me of the boss from that stage, because it's kind of like the same idea, same kind of area too, you know. But I guess they borrow stuff from each other, these beat-em-ups. I just really wish they'd make more of them. Really would. Oh, pile driving. Another move that I remember doing or watching in Dynamite Cop, which is the sequel to Die Hard Arcade. It's not too bad of a game. It's the same kind of thing, beat 'em up, but that is a little different because you don't move the character side to side. You're moving into different areas, which is kind of cool, but the game pretty much moves you into those areas. Like, you're not actually controlling and moving your character into those areas. So it's a different scene every single time. It's strange, but it works. It's really good. My father actually, when I was playing it, he walked in my room, he's like, "That's a lot like Under Siege with Steven Seagal." And I was like, oh, I didn't know what that was, because I never really seen that movie. And then I saw that movie, I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. It took the plot of Die Hard, which is ironic, because the first game was Die Hard Arcade, and placed it on a ship, which they did with Dynamite Cop. And Under Siege was kind of like that, except it didn't star Bruce Willis, it starred Steven Seagal. And, you know, it's just, you know, kind of strange how they did that with the game. I never really thought about that before until now. But, you know, I guess they ran out of ideas and they wanted to do something, you know? Bare knuckle. Funny thing is, that's what this game is called in Japan, bare knuckle. So, pretty much, I'm playing the game, and this game is inside, or the first game is inside this game, and it's just, it's crazy. It's just, what? It's like playing House of the Dead 2 and seeing a House of the Dead 2 arcade cabinet in that game. Or a House of the Dead 1 arcade cabinet in that game, the first game. What's up with that, you know? It's just, what? What were they thinking? In the words of James Rolfe, what were they thinking? Actually, not a bad thing, it's just a silly thing, what can I say? Normally when James Rolfe says it, it's always a bad thing. But in this case, it's not. At least I don't think it is. That'd be awesome if I can actually go low. I can actually go up those stairs. That would have been interesting. Come on. Ooh. And he kind of does, but automatically, kind of like Dynamite Cop. Very ironic. Joseph. Galaxy F. Joseph should be playing with knives. As the Punisher would say. Ow. Oh! So I'm guessing this is some sort of a pirate ship attraction. You know, it'd be an awesome bar scene, you know? Awesome. Oh, wow. That was major lag. Yeah, you just noticed that. And it's all because of what I'm using to record this, not the game itself. I assure you, this game runs very smoothly. Oh. Okay. Let's take out Steven Seagal, this guy right here. Oh, it looks like Steven Seagal. Very strange. Now I'm on the pirate ship. And there's just a generic box in the pirate ship. Shouldn't it be a barrel? I mean, look, this barrel right here, I can't hit this. It should be a barrel, not a box. I mean, really. What kind of thugs, goons, whatever they are they? I mean, now they got frickin' ninjas. This doesn't make sense. These are supposed to be like organized criminals. I don't know. That to me seems disorganized. Not to mention he should be dead within like... Oh, there goes my watch. More hits than that, and just... less hits than that, I mean. Oh. Such generic sound effect. I've heard that one too. Yeah, I kind of miss these beat-em-ups that have like 3 different bosses, 2 different bosses that you're fighting against at once. That's just awesome. I mean, I really wish they had more games like that and were more challenging. I mean, Dynamite Cop and Die Hard Arcade had that. Like, for instance, in Dynamite Cop, they had a pirate couple, so you took them both out, the husband and then the wife. Pretty interesting. I like that. Pino. Mr. Bean? I just took him out? What? And now this is like the alien-themed level, which kind of odd. I wouldn't expect this game to have any, like, sci-fi elements to it. I mean, you're just on the street, you know? You don't encounter this. Unless you're in a theme park like this, I guess. But, I don't know. Interesting take on aliens. Got the hive thing going on. Whoa! Take the money. If only life was like that, you know? You just find bags of money on the street like that. I think everybody would be happy then, you know? Bags of random money, just punching a garbage can, punching a box. Bam! Money. Oh. Wow. Flag. And that thing on the wall, or that guy on the wall, demon-looking thing, comes alive. Come on. Yeah, there he goes. Okay. Whatever.